People talk about AI reducing jobs. Complete nonsense. It's causing more software engineers to be hired. Now that is quite the statement to kick things off, right? For years, the dominant narrative has literally just been that artificial intelligence is coming for our jobs, replacing human workers one algorithm at a time. But Jensen Huang, the founder and CEO of Nvidia, boldly turned that idea completely upside down at his Computex 2026 keynote. And why? Well, because we're fundamentally shifting the way we interact with technology. We aren't just building faster calculators anymore. We're building systems that actually require more human engineering to orchestrate, guide, and deploy into the real world. So, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're breaking down the monumental announcements from Nvidia's Computex 2026 keynote. The core theme of this entire event was a massive industry-wide transition in computing. We're officially moving away from passive tools that just sit there waiting for our inputs to active, deeply useful companions. Nvidia has declared that the era of Agentic AI has officially arrived. And trust me, this isn't just about faster chips. It's a total reimagining of how hardware and software work together to solve complex problems.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our agenda for today. First, the Agentic AI era. Second, inside Vera Rubin AI factories. Third, reinventing PCs with RTX Spark. Fourth, Cosmos and physical robots. And finally, number 5, the future computing landscape.
Starting off with Section 1, the Agentic AI era.
So before we can truly appreciate the incredible new hardware NVIDIA's building, we first need to understand the new software paradigm it serves. The crucial point here is understanding what we actually mean by an agent. We aren't talking about a simple chatbot that answers trivia questions for you. An agentic AI is an entire system. It features a large language model, or sometimes even multiple models, sitting inside what NVIDIA calls a harness. Think of this harness like a manager. It orchestrates the AI to actively use tools, access databases, generate code, and ultimately do highly productive work. It's explicitly designed to solve major, real-world problems, moving way beyond simple text generation into actual autonomous execution.
Let's compare this to how we've used computers for the last few decades, to really put it into perspective. In the past computing model, you were the driver. You launched an application, you clicked the mouse, you typed the commands, you did the work. In this new computing paradigm, you simply explain your intent to the AI. You tell the agent what you want to achieve, and the AI goes out, figures out which tools to use, generates the necessary code, and produces the output for you. Jensen Huang describes this as the ultimate disaggregated and distributed computing model. It's just a complete shift in the division of labor between human and machine.
Which brings us to Section 2, inside Vera Rubin AI factories.
To make this leap from simple apps to autonomous agents, the back-end hardware had to undergo a revolution of its own. Customers today, they don't want loose computer parts anymore. They want to build massive, dedicated AI factories. And that's exactly what the Vera Rubin system is. Built from the ground up, it's the most complex system NVIDIA has ever manufactured. Now, to explain the manufacturing process in simple language, just think of its construction like a massive, highly efficient sandwich. Right in the middle, you have a central printed circuit board, or PCB, acting as the spine. On one side, you've got a Vera CPU rack packed with 256 liquid-cooled CPUs specifically built for orchestrating these AI agents. And then on the other side, the Bluefield storage processing system. And the absolute beauty of this manufacturing design? Zero messy cables, zero hoses, zero fans. It is an IT technician's dream come true, built perfectly to handle agentic AI.
Because AI's memory and thinking systems are essentially merging, the storage had to be completely revolutionized. The Vera Bluefield system connects all of these CPU cores together using a fabric that transfers data at an absolutely staggering 3.6 terabytes per second. That is literally communicating at theoretical limits, the speed of light. Data operations that used to take 2 agonizing hours have now been slashed down to just 5 minutes.
But Nvidia knows that hardware is only half the battle, right? They're also heavily dedicated to providing the software toolkit so developers can actually build this future. They announced the Neutron 3 Ultra, which is this highly intelligent OpenAI model where the training scripts and data are completely available to developers. And alongside this, they offer OpenShell, a highly secure enterprise harness. So what this means is companies can take an incredible AI model, put it inside a secure shell, and safely deploy their own agents to work on highly sensitive internal corporate data without it ever leaking to the outside world.
Moving right along to Section 3, reinventing PCs with RTX Spark.
Let's shift our focus from those massive cloud factories all the way down to the desk you're probably sitting at right now. Microsoft and Nvidia have joined forces to fundamentally reinvent the personal computer. Enter the RTX Spark. This is literally 33 years of Nvidia's knowledge distilled into a single chip. And the specs are just mind-blowing. It features a Blackwell RTX GPU with over 6,100 CUDA cores, delivering a massive 1 petaflop of AI performance. It's paired with a custom 20-core Grace CPU built in partnership with MediaTek, all sharing 128 gigabytes of unified memory. But here's the most special function of the RTX Spark. It is meticulously optimized to seamlessly run every single piece of legacy Windows software created over the last 40 years. Yeah, even your retro games, while simultaneously running dedicated new AI agents in the background.
Yup, 768 gigabytes of memory bandwidth. Nvidia announced that with the higher-end PC setups, you'll have access to this unbelievable memory capacity right at your workstation. So why does that actually matter? Well, because with 768 gigs of memory, you can run a trillion-parameter AI model entirely locally on your desk. You don't need to send your data off to a cloud factory somewhere. You have a massive, secure AI brain sitting right next to your keyboard.
To ground all this abstract computing power, Jensen Huang used a fantastic analogy that I just love. He pointed out how our relationship with our phones completely changed, right? We used to just make calls with them, and now we do literally everything else. The exact same thing is about to happen to the PC. Instead of just launching apps and typing away, you're going to have assist agents running locally in your house. As Huang perfectly put it, your desktop, laptop, or workstation is going to become less like a calculator and a whole lot more like an R2-D2 or a C3PO2, a true digital companion.
All right, on to Section 4, Cosmos and Physical Robots.
Because, you see, this technology isn't staying confined behind the glass of our screens, it is moving out into the three-dimensional physical world. This is where Cosmos 3 comes in. This is the foundation model for the age of physical AI. Its special function is acting as a world model. Cosmos essentially serves as the eyes for physical robots. It watches spaces, it understands what's happening in a scene, it flags important events, and incredibly, it can generate physics-accurate synthetic video directly from images or text. It essentially gives robots true comprehension of the physical reality they're moving through.
And Nvidia is deploying this physical AI rapidly. They announced Alpa Mayo 2, which is an open model specifically designed for autonomous vehicles. This is the world's first reasoning autonomous vehicle system, able to seamlessly navigate complex traffic logic. And get this, it's already being used by 80% of the world's car brands utilizing the Nvidia Hyperion platform. On top of that, they also introduced Isaac Groot. This is an open development platform specifically for humanoid robots, providing everything from simulation libraries all the way down to the robot's internal computer system.
And finally, Section 5, the future computing landscape.
As we pull back and look at the big picture, we can see the exact same agentic loop pattern unifying the massive Vera Rubin cloud factory, your personal RTX Spark PC, and physical robots navigating the real world. The key technologies needed to orchestrate intelligence at the speed of light, they're no longer science fiction. They are in full production today. So, as 100% of the world's PC industry pivots to this new architecture, I leave you with this question to ponder. When you go to buy your next PC, will you be shopping for just another tool, or will you be choosing your new companion? Thanks for joining this explainer, and keep exploring.